stay alone. Love me or leave me.
All those birds, that's for me. Thank you. And the sea, it's mine already. Wow. Surely not the sky and the stars too. That's very generous. Perhaps too generous? Thank you. What are you thinking about?
Music.
How can you think about music? You either hear it or you don't.
I'm hearing it then.
Oh. I read a book today.
Did you?
Yes, it was very interesting.
That's good.
Don't you want to know what it was about?
Of course.
There were these stories about people's lives. How some come out well and others come out badly.
Do you love the book?
Yes, I think so.
That's good.
It's interesting to see if people, like dead people who wrote books, agree or disagree with what you think.
Why?
Because it makes you a larger part of the human community. It had very interesting arguments.
Oh. And arguments that are interesting are good arguments?
Well, yes.
I didn't know an argument should be interesting. I thought it should be right or wrong.
Well, these particular arguments were very interesting.
Maybe you should make up your own thoughts, instead of reading them in a book.
I do think up my own thoughts.
I know you do. I love how you love books. Don't be mad. I made up a song for you today.
Did you?
Yup. It's not interesting or not interesting. It just is.
Will you sing it for me?
It has too many parts.
Let's go in the water.
Wait. Remember this melody.
I'm bad at remembering melodies. Why can't you remember it?
I have 11 other ones in my head, making for a total of 12. You have it?
I think so.
Let's hear it. Pretty good. The rhythm's a little off. Here, clap it out.
Is that it?
We'll practice.
I don't need to know about rhythm. I have my books.
Don't books have rhythm?
Kind of. Let's go in the water.
Will you remember my melody under the water?
Yes, I will always remember your melody. It will be imprinted on my heart like wax.
Thank you.
You're welcome. When will you play me the whole song?
When I get 12 instruments.
Where are you going to get 12 instruments?
I'm going to make each strand of your hair into an instrument. Your hair will stand on end as it plays my music and become a hair orchestra. It will fly up into the sky.
I don't know if I want to be an instrument.
Why?
Won't I fall down when the song ends?
That's true, but the clouds will be so moved by our music that they will fill up with water and become heavy, and you will sit on one and fall gently down to earth. How about that?
Okay.
It's settled then.
What is?
Your hair will be my orchestra, and I love you.
I love you too.
How will you remember?
That I love you?
Yes.
That's easy. I can't help it.
You never know. I'd better tie a string around your finger to remind me.
Is there string at the ocean?
I always have string, in case I come upon a broken instrument. This hand. Is this too tight?
No, that's fine.
There. Now you'll remember.
That's a very particular finger.
Yes?
You're aware of that?
Yes.
How aware?
Very aware.
Orpheus, are we?
You tell me.
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
I wasn't thinking. I mean, yes. Just yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
May our lives be full of music.
Maybe you could get me another ring. A gold one, to go over the string one, you know?
Whatever makes you happy. Do you still have my melody?
It's right here. What are you thinking about?
Music. Just kidding. I was thinking about you and music.
Let's go in the water. All right, see you.
All right, see you.
All right, see you.
All right, see you.
My story is much too sad to be told, but practically everything
Dear Eurydice, a letter for you on your wedding day. There is no choice of any importance in life but the choosing of a beloved. I haven't met Orpheus yet, but he seems like a serious young man. I understand he's a musician. If I were to give a speech at your wedding, I would start with one or two funny jokes, and then I might offer some words of advice. I would say, cultivate the arts, dancing and small talk. Everything in moderation. Court companionship and respect of dogs. Grilling a fish or toasting bread without burning requires singleness of purpose, vigilance, and steadfast watching. Keep quiet about politics, but vote for the right man. Take care to change the light bulbs. Continue to give yourself to others, because that is the ultimate satisfaction in life. To love, accept, honor, and help others. As for me, this is what it's like being dead. The atmosphere smells. There are these strange, high-pitched noises like a tea kettle always boiling over. But it doesn't seem to bother anyone. And for the most part, there is a pleasant atmosphere. You can work and socialize much like at home. I'm working in the business world. It seems that here, you can better see the far-reaching consequences of your actions. Also, I'm one of the few dead people who still remember how to read and write. That's a secret. If anyone finds out, they might dig me in the river again. I write you letters. I don't know how to get them to you. Love, your father.
Then I have to greet them. A wedding is for a father and a daughter. The mothers all dress up, trying to look like young women, but a wedding is for daughters and fathers. They stop being married to each other on that day. I always thought there'd be more interesting people at my wedding.
Are you a homeless person?
No.
Oh. I'm on my way to a party where there are really very interesting people. Would you like to join me?
No, I just left my own party.
You were giving a party and you just left?
I was thirsty.
You must be a very interesting person to leave your own party like that.
Thank you.
You mustn't care at all what other people think of you. I always say that's the mark of a really interesting person. Don't you?
I guess.
So, would you like to accompany me to this interesting affair?
No, thank you. I just got married, you see.
Oh, lots of people do that.
That's true. Lots of people do.
What's your name?
Eurydice.
Eurydice.
Goodbye, then.
Goodbye. Dear Eurydice,
with anyone else but me, till I come marching home.
I'm warm. Are you warm?
Yes.
I'm going to get a drink of water.
Don't go.
I'll be right back.
Promise?
Yes.
I can't stand to let you out of my sight tonight.
Silly goose. Oh, you're still here.
yes, I forgot to tell you something. I have a letter addressed to Eurydice, that's you, from your father.
That's not possible.
He wrote down some thoughts for your wedding day.
Let me see.
I left it at home. It got delivered to my elegant high-rise apartment by mistake.
Why didn't you say so before?
You left in such a hurry.
From my father.
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
I knew he'd said something.
It'll just take a moment. I live just around the block. What an interesting dress you're wearing.
Thank you.
Eurydice! Eurydice!
Voila.
You're very high up.
Yes, I am.
I feel a little faint.
It'll pass.
Have you ever thought about installing an elevator?
No, I prefer stairs. I find architecture so interesting. Don't you?
Yes. So, where's the letter?
But isn't this an interesting building?
It's so high up.
Yes.
There's no one here. I thought you were having a party.
I like to celebrate things quietly, with a few other interesting people. Don't you? Would you like some champagne?
Maybe some water.
Water it is. Make yourself comfortable.